Question 1. What legal document is necessary to transfer ownership of real property? A. Lease agreement. B. Quitclaim deed. C. Warranty deed. D. Mortgage note. Answer: C. Warranty deed. Explanation: a warranty deed is a legal document that guarantees the title to a property is free from any interests held by others, thereby transferring clear ownership of the property. Question 2. Describe a situation where a property owner might use a quitclaim deed. A. Transferring property to a family member. B. Selling property to a new owner. C. Collateral for a mortgage. D. Leasing property to a tenant. Answer: A. Transferring property to a family member. Explanation: quitclaim deeds are often used to transfer property between family members or to clear up title issues, as they do not provide a warranty of title. Question 3. Explain the concept of homestead exemption in Florida real estate law. A. Exemption from all property taxes. B. Protection against certain types of lawsuits. C. Reduction in assessed value for tax purposes. D. Exemption from zoning laws. Answer: C. Reduction in assessed value for tax purposes. Explanation: the homestead exemption in Florida offers a reduction in the assessed value of a primary residence for tax purposes, lowering the property tax burden for homeowners. Question 4. What distinguishes a freehold estate from a leasehold estate? A. Duration of the tenant's interest. B. The presence of rental income. C. Property size and location. D. The use of property for commercial purposes. Answer: A. Duration of the tenant's interest. Explanation: a freehold estate is characterized by ownership of the property for an indefinite duration, while a leasehold estate involves a temporary right to occupy land or property. Question 5. Define the term encumbrance in real estate. A. A type of property insurance. B. An increase in property value. C. A claim, lien, or liability attached to the property. D. The act of transferring property to another. Answer: C. A claim, lien, or liability attached to the property. Explanation: an encumbrance in real estate refers to any claim, lien, or liability that may affect or limit the property's title or use. Question 6. What are the implications of a property being located in a flood zone on real estate transactions? A. Higher property taxes. B. Requirement for flood insurance. C. Automatic decrease in property value. D. Restrictions on renting out the property. Answer: B. Requirement for flood insurance. Explanation: properties in flood zones typically require flood insurance, which can affect the cost of owning the property and the process of obtaining a mortgage. Question 7. Under Florida law, what is the significance of a property being deemed a primary residence? A. Eligibility for mortgage assistance programs. B. Protection from forced sale to satisfy creditors. C. Exemption from all property taxes. D. Automatic increase in property value. Answer: B. Protection from forced sale to satisfy creditors. Explanation: in Florida, designating a property as a primary residence provides homestead protection, which includes immunity from forced sale under certain conditions to satisfy creditors. Question 8. Outline a scenario where an easement by necessity might be granted. A. A property owner needs access to a road. B. A utility company requires access for maintenance. C. Neighbors agree to share a driveway. D. A property owner wants to increase their curb appeal. Answer: A. A property owner needs access to a road. Explanation: an easement by necessity may be granted if a property is landlocked and needs access to a public road for ingress and egress. Question 9. How does a lien affect property ownership? A. Increases property taxes. B. Prevents leasing the property. C. Puts a legal claim on the property until a debt is paid. D. Changes the zoning classification. Answer: C. Puts a legal claim on the property until a debt is paid. Explanation: a line is a legal claim or hold on a property as security for a debt or obligation, affecting the owner's ability to freely sell or transfer the property. Question 10. Explain the differences between market value and appraised value in real estate. A. Market value is always higher. B. Appraised value is set by the property owner. C. Market value is what a buyer is willing to pay. Appraised value is determined by a professional appraisal. D. There are no differences. Answer: C. Market value is what a buyer is willing to pay. Appraised value is determined by a professional appraisal. Explanation: market value reflects the amount a buyer is willing to pay for a property, while appraised value is a professional estimate of the property's worth. Question 11. In a property sale, what role does an escrow agent play? A. Negotiates the sale price. B. Inspects the property for defects. C. Holds and manages funds and documents until all conditions are met. D. Assesses property taxes. Answer: C. Holds and manages funds and documents until all conditions are met. Explanation: an escrow agent acts as a neutral third party, holding and managing funds, documents, and completing various tasks associated with the property transaction until all conditions are met for a smooth transfer. Question 12. Describe a situation in which a property could be sold under a power of sale clause. A. The property owner decides to upgrade to a larger property. B. The property is left in a will to multiple heirs. C. The owner fails to make mortgage payments, leading to foreclosure. D. The property is part of a government redevelopment plan. Answer: C. The owner fails to make mortgage payments, leading to foreclosure. Explanation: a power of sale clause allows a mortgage lender to sell the property through a non-judicial foreclosure process if the owner defaults on their mortgage payments. Question 13. What is the difference between actual eviction and constructive eviction? A. Actual eviction involves legal court proceedings. Constructive eviction does not. B. Actual eviction is always initiated by the tenant. Constructive eviction by the landlord. C. Actual eviction involves physical removal. Constructive eviction occurs when conditions make the property uninhabitable. D. There is no difference. Answer: C. Actual eviction involves physical removal. Constructive eviction occurs when conditions make the property uninhabitable. Explanation: actual eviction is the physical removal of a tenant from a property, while constructive eviction refers to conditions created by the landlord that make the property uninhabitable, forcing the tenant to leave. Question 14. What are the key characteristics of a valid contract in real estate transactions? A. Written format, a fixed sale price, and a property description. B. Mutual consent, consideration, capable parties, and lawful purpose. C. Signature of both parties, a witness, and a notary public. D. Approval by a real estate attorney and a property appraiser. Answer: B. Mutual consent, consideration, capable parties, and lawful purpose. Explanation: a valid real estate contract requires mutual consent, consideration, something of value exchange D, parties legally capable of entering a contract, and a lawful purpose. Question 15. Scenario: a property owner discovers an unknown easement on their land. What are their rights and options? A. Immediately remove the easement. B. Seek a court order to terminate the easement. C. Increase property taxes. D. Sell the property as is. Answer: B. Seek a court order to terminate the easement. Explanation: if a property owner discovers an unknown easement, they have the option to seek legal action to terminate the easement, especially if it's no longer necessary or was created without proper authority. Question 16. Define cap rate in real estate investment and its significance. A. The maximum legal interest rate for a mortgage. B. The ratio of net operating income to property asset value. C. The maximum property price set by local authorities. D. A measure of the energy efficiency of a building. Answer. B. The ratio of net operating income to property asset value. Explanation. The capitalization rate, cap rate, is a real estate investment metric used to assess the profitability and return potential of a property, calculated as the ratio of net operating income to the property's current market value. Question 17. Explain the concept of 1031 exchange in real estate. A. Exchanging a property for a similar one to defer capital gains taxes. B. Exchanging a residential property for a commercial one. C. Swapping real estate properties with another investor. D. Trading a leased property for an owned one. Answer. A. Exchanging a property for a similar one to defer capital gains taxes. Explanation. A 1031 exchange under Section 1031 of the IRS Code allows investors to defer paying capital gains taxes on an investment property when it is exchanged for a like-kind property. Question 18. What are the legal ramifications of a breach of real estate contract in Florida? A. Mandatory jail time for the party breaching the contract. B. Possible legal actions including damages, specific performance, or cancellation. C. Automatic transfer of property ownership. D. Loss of real estate license for the involved agents. Answer. B. Possible legal actions including damages, specific performance, or cancellation. Explanation. Breaching a real estate contract in Florida can lead to various legal ramifications, including lawsuits for damages, enforcement of the contract through specific performance, or cancellation of the contract with penalties. Question 19. Describe the process and importance of title verification in property transactions. A. Ensures the property size is accurate. B. Confirms the property's zoning classification. C. Verifies the seller's legal right to sell the property. D. Assesses the property's market value. Answer. C. Verifies the seller's legal right to sell the property. Explanation. Title verification in property transactions is crucial to confirm that the seller has a clear and legal right to sell the property, ensuring that there are no undisclosed lines, disputes, or encumbrances that could affect the sale. Question 20. Scenario. A real estate agent inadvertently discloses confidential information about a client's financial status. What ethical and legal considerations are at play? A. The agent must compensate the client financially. B. The agent may face disciplinary action for breaching confidentiality. C. The client is entitled to cancel the contract immediately. D. The agent is required to publicly apologize. Answer. B. The agent may face disciplinary action for breaching confidentiality. Explanation. Accidental disclosure of confidential information by a real estate agent can lead to ethical and legal issues, including potential disciplinary actions by licensing boards and legal consequences for breaching client confidentiality. Question 21. Scenario. Carla is selling her waterfront property. During the sale process, she discovers the property encroaches on government-owned land. What actions should Carla take? A. Ignore the encroachment and proceed with the sale. B. Seek to obtain a variance from the local government. C. Apply for a boundary adjustment with the government. D. Immediately terminate the sale. Answer. C. Apply for a boundary adjustment with the government. Explanation. When a property encroaches on government-owned land, the owner should seek to rectify the situation, often through a boundary adjustment or similar legal remedy to ensure clear title and avoid future disputes. Question 22. Define zoning ordinance and its impact on real estate usage. A. A legal restriction on property size. B. A regulation that dictates property tax rates. C. A law that determines how properties can be used or developed. D. A guideline for architectural styles in a neighborhood. Answer: C. A law that determines how properties can be used or developed. Explanation: zoning ordinances are local laws that dictate how properties in specific areas can be used or developed, affecting aspects like the type of buildings allowed, their uses, and the density of development. Question 23. What is the purpose of a good faith estimate in real estate transactions? A. To provide an estimate of the property's market value. B. To offer a preliminary assessment of repair costs. C. To outline estimated closing costs and loan terms for a buyer. D. To guarantee a fixed price for the property. Answer: C. To outline estimated closing costs and loan terms for a buyer. Explanation: a good faith estimate is provided by lenders to give borrowers an estimate of their closing costs and loan terms, ensuring transparency and helping them understand the financial aspects of the transaction. Question 24. Scenario: Bob, a landlord, wants to evict a tenant for non-payment. What legal steps must Bob follow under Florida law? A. Immediately change the locks on the property. B. Provide a written notice of eviction and follow legal procedures. C. Withhold the tenant's security deposit as compensation. D. Sell the property to force the tenant to leave. Answer: B. Provide a written notice of eviction and follow legal procedures. Explanation: in Florida, a landlord must provide a written notice to the tenant and follow legal eviction procedures, which include filing an eviction lawsuit if the tenant does not remedy the situation after notice. Question 25. Explain the term fiduciary duty in the context of a real estate agent-client relationship. A. The duty to pay taxes on behalf of the client. B. The obligation to act in the best financial interest of the client. C. The responsibility to ensure property appreciation. D. The commitment to find the perfect property. Answer: B. The obligation to act in the best financial interest of the client. Explanation: fiduciary duty in a real estate context refers to the agent's obligation to act loyally, honestly, and in the best financial interest of their client, putting the client's needs above their own. Question 26. What constitutes a legal description of property in Florida? A. The property's street address. B. A detailed description using the property's boundaries and measurements. C. A photograph of the property. D. The property's tax identification number. Answer: B. A detailed description using the property's boundaries and measurements. Explanation: a legal description of property in Florida includes a detailed description using boundaries and measurements, often derived from a survey, to precisely identify the location and limits of the property. Question 27. Scenario: Sarah intends to buy a property with an existing tenant. How might the tenant's lease agreement affect Sarah's use of the property? A. Sarah can immediately evict the tenant upon purchase. B. The lease agreement must be renegotiated with Sarah. C. Sarah must honor the existing lease until it expires. D. The tenant is required to pay increased rent to Sarah. Answer: C. Sarah must honor the existing lease until it expires. Explanation: when a property is sold with an existing tenant, the new owner, Sarah in this case, is generally required to honor the current lease agreement until its expiration. Question 28. Discuss the concept of adverse possession and its requirements in Florida. A. Living on the property for at least 7 years with the owner's permission. B. Paying property taxes for 10 years without the owner's consent. C. Using the property for commercial purposes for 5 years. D. Occupying the property openly and notoriously for a specific period without the owner's consent. Answer: D. Occupying the property openly and notoriously for a specific period without the owner's consent. Explanation: adverse possession in Florida involves occupying a property openly, notoriously, and continuously for a specific period, typically 7 years, without the owner's consent and meeting certain legal requirements. Question 29. What are the key differences between a general warranty deed and a special warranty deed? A. General warranty deeds are for commercial properties. Special warranty deeds are for residential properties. B. General warranty deeds guarantee the title for the property's entire history. Special warranty deeds only for the time the seller owned it. C. General warranty deeds require a property inspection. Special warranty deeds do not. D. General warranty deeds are used in foreclosures. Special warranty deeds in regular sales. Answer: B. General warranty deeds guarantee the title for the property's entire history. Special warranty deeds only for the time the seller owned it. Explanation: a general warranty deed provides a guarantee of clear title for the entire history of the property, while a special warranty deed only guarantees the title for the period during which the seller owned the property. Question 30. Scenario: an investor plans to convert an old factory into condominiums. What planning permissions and regulations should the investor consider? A. Color and design of the condominiums. B. Noise levels during construction. C. Zoning laws and building codes. D. The historical value of the factory. Answer: C. Zoning laws and building codes. Explanation: when converting a factory into condominiums, an investor must consider local zoning laws and building codes, which dictate the permissible uses of the property and the standards for construction and safety. Question 31. Define title insurance and its significance in real estate transactions. A. Insurance that covers property damages. B. Protection against title defects and claims against the property. C. Mandatory insurance for mortgage approval. D. Insurance that covers real estate agent errors. Answer: B. Protection against title defects and claims against the property. Explanation: title insurance protects both real estate owners and lenders against loss or damage occurring from lines, encumbrances, or defects in the title or actual ownership of a property. Question 32. What are the implications of lead-based paint in real estate sales? A. The property cannot be sold until the paint is removed. B. Mandatory disclosure to potential buyers. C. Automatic reduction in property value. D. The property is classified as uninhabitable. Answer: B. Mandatory disclosure to potential buyers. Explanation: sellers are legally required to disclose the presence of lead-based paint in properties built before 1978, as it poses health hazards, particularly to children and pregnant women. Question 33. Scenario: a homeowner discovers a latent defect after purchasing a property. What are their legal options? A. Demand a full refund from the seller. B. Sue the real estate agent for damages. C. Seek compensation or rescission if the defect was known and not disclosed by the seller. D. The homeowner has no legal recourse. Answer: C. Seek compensation or rescission if the defect was known and not disclosed by the seller. Explanation: if a latent, hidden defect is discovered after purchase and it was known to the seller but not disclosed, the buyer may have legal options, including seeking compensation or rescission of the sale. Question 34. Explain the role of the Federal Fair Housing Act in real estate. A. It regulates interest rates for home loans. B. It ensures all houses meet certain construction standards. C. It prohibits discrimination in housing based on specific protected classes. D. It mandates energy efficiency in housing. Answer: C. It prohibits discrimination in housing based on specific protected classes. Explanation: the Federal Fair Housing Act prohibits discrimination in the sale, rental, and financing of dwellings based on race, color, religion, sex, national origin, familial status, or disability. Question 35. What is the importance of due diligence in real estate transactions? A. To ensure the property matches its online listing. B. To verify the legal and physical condition of the property. C. To confirm the property's color scheme matches the buyer's preferences. D. To guarantee a fixed mortgage rate. Answer: B. To verify the legal and physical condition of the property. Explanation: due diligence in real estate involves thoroughly investigating and verifying the legal status, physical condition, and all pertinent details of a property before finalizing a purchase. Question 36. Scenario: a couple is buying a home in a deed-restricted community. What should they be aware of regarding community rules and regulations? A. The couple can change the rules once they move in. B. Rules regarding property aesthetics and usage. C. The community rules do not apply to new residents. D. The rules only apply to exterior property modifications. Answer: B. Rules regarding property aesthetics and usage. Explanation: in a deed-restricted community, residents must adhere to certain rules and regulations, often pertaining to property aesthetics, usage, and maintenance, set by a homeowners association or similar entity. Question 37. Discuss the concept of net operating income in real estate investment. A. The income generated from property sales. B. The total of all rental income. C. The income remaining after deducting operating expenses. D. The profit after selling a property. Answer: C. The income remaining after deducting operating expenses. Explanation: net operating income, NOI, in real estate investment is the income left after all operating expenses, not including financing costs, are deducted from the gross rental income. Question 38. Define property appraisal and its importance in the lending process. A. A process to determine the best use of a property. B. An evaluation to determine a property's market value. C. A survey to establish property boundaries. D. An inspection to ensure property safety. Answer: B. An evaluation to determine a property's market value. Explanation: a property appraisal is an evaluation performed by a qualified appraiser to determine the market value of a property, which is crucial in the lending process to ensure the loan amount does not exceed the property's value. Question 39. Scenario: a real estate broker accidentally mixes personal funds with client funds. What are the consequences of this action? A. The broker receives a bonus for managing extra funds. B. The broker may face legal and professional disciplinary actions. C. The clients receive a share of the broker's personal funds. D. There are no consequences as long as the funds are separated later. Answer: B. The broker may face legal and professional disciplinary actions. Explanation: mixing personal funds with client funds, known as commingling, is a serious violation in real estate practice. The broker may face legal repercussions and disciplinary actions by the licensing authority. Question 40. What is a 1031 exchange, and how can it benefit real estate investors? A. A method to quickly sell properties. B. A tax-deferred exchange of like-kind properties. C. An exchange of properties between family members. D. A government program for first-time investors. Answer: B. A tax-deferred exchange of like-kind properties. Explanation: a 1031 exchange allows real estate investors to defer paying capital gains taxes when they exchange one investment property for another of like kind, facilitating the growth of their investment portfolio. Question 41. Scenario: Janet inherited a property with a life estate clause. She wishes to sell the property. What are the implications and limitations of selling a property under a life estate? A. Janet can sell the property without any limitations. B. The buyer will own the property outright immediately. C. Janet can only sell her life interest in the property. D. The property automatically reverts to the state. Answer: C. Janet can only sell her life interest in the property. Explanation: with a life estate, Janet only owns the property for the duration of her life. Therefore, she can sell only her life interest. The buyer would lose the property upon Janet's death, as it would then pass to the remainderman named in the original deed. Question 42. Explain the concept of blockbusting in real estate and why it is illegal. A. Refinancing homes in a neighborhood to raise property values. B. Persuading owners to sell property cheaply by suggesting that the arrival of a protected class will lower property values. C. Building a large number of properties quickly to saturate the market. D. Selling multiple properties to a single investor to block other buyers. Answer: B. Persuading owners to sell property cheaply by suggesting that the arrival of a protected class will lower property values. Explanation: blockbusting is an illegal practice in real estate where homeowners are persuaded to sell their properties at a low price by suggesting that incoming people of a certain race, religion, or class will negatively affect property values. Question 43. Scenario: Tom and Jerry, co-owners of a property, disagree on its sale. Tom wants to sell, but Jerry does not. What legal recourse does Tom have? A. Force Jerry to buy his share. B. Automatically divide the property in half. C. Seek a partition action in court. D. Sell his share to a third party without Jerry's consent. Answer: C. Seek a partition action in court. Explanation: if co-owners of a property disagree on selling it, one owner, like Tom, can seek a partition action in court. The court may order the property to be divided, if possible, or sold and the proceeds divided among the co-owners. Question 44. What is the Truth in Lending Act, and how does it affect real estate transactions? A. It requires all lenders to disclose the total cost of a loan to borrowers. B. It sets a maximum interest rate for home loans. C. It mandates a grace period for all mortgage payments. D. It regulates the size of down payments for real estate purchases. Answer: A. It requires all lenders to disclose the total cost of a loan to borrowers. Explanation: the Truth in Lending Act, TILA, is a federal law that requires lenders to provide borrowers with clear and conspicuous disclosure about the terms, costs, and fees of a loan, ensuring borrowers are fully informed about their financial obligations. Question 45. Scenario: a property developer discovers an endangered species on a site slated for a new housing project. How might environmental laws impact the development plans? A. The development can proceed without restrictions. B. Development may be halted or restricted to protect the species. C. The developer must pay a fine but can continue the project. D. The developer is required to capture and relocate the species. Answer: B. Development may be halted or restricted to protect the species. Explanation: the discovery of an endangered species on a development site can lead to restrictions or halting of the project under environmental laws. These laws aim to protect endangered species and their habitats, which can significantly impact development plans.